I'm on a mission to get it. About to count me a million. I'm chasing seven-figure dreams.
Hey. What's up? It's your boy Jay Lamar. Welcome to episode 9 of the Chasin 7-Figure Show. And today, basically just going to be discussing, social media, why people, as entrepreneurs, as artists, as models, as speakers, anything that you're trying to do to, possibly like start your own business or, do freelance stuff. The importance of actually learning social media, not just being on social media. There's a difference between being on social media and interacting with social media, and there's a difference between knowing social media, learning social media, and using social media and the internet, to your advantage, because it can definitely work to your advantage. So I'm going to start off, with the fact that I see a lot of people on social media complaining about social media, and I just find that funny. But nonetheless, I see a lot of artists, music artists, songwriters, producers, graphic designers, entrepreneurs, business owners, and things of that nature. They are stuck with this misconception that spending money on advertising doesn't work, or spending money on Facebook ads and Twitter ads and LinkedIn ads and Instagram ads and Snapchat ads and things of that nature, that they don't work. I'm saying? I'm here to tell you guys that if you think that way, I feel sorry for you, but you're absolutely wrong. I'm one person that's living proof of that. I've used Facebook ads since 2011, and I gotta say that I've been able to create an enormous amount of a good portion of any success that I've had in the last few years has been to investing into social media, but not even just investing money. But investing the time to get to learn social media, to understand how it works. Social media is the new billboard. Yes, you have a lot of billboards out here. There's a lot of television commercials still and everything, but you have to understand that social media is now the quickest and biggest way to advertise yourself, to advertise any business, to advertise any service or anything of that nature. It's the quickest way. Why? Because you're here. Everybody sees it. You're on your phone. It's the quickest way. Some people can just be, not watching TV at all. They're just sitting down, chilling, and, comes across their screen. You know what I'm saying? It's the quickest and it's the least expensive. People think that you have to spend a lot of money on social media ads, and the more that you spend, the better of an outcome you're going to have. But from a person that's been able to spend about $5 to $10 per Facebook ad for maybe a week or so, and be able to get some sales, be able to get some people to contact me for whatever it is that I'm advertising at that time. I can't let people sit back and tell you guys that it doesn't work, because it does. There's a science to, especially on Facebook. I see people daily. They're constantly just shitting on Facebook ads and the business pages, things of that nature, saying that they don't work, saying that they just want the money, things of that nature, and that's not it. A lot of people fail to realize that there's a science behind Facebook advertising. There's a science behind knowing the algorithm and how it works. A lot of people don't know that there's certain times of the day that you post basically for your optimal reach. There's a certain, for Instagram, there's not a lot of people that know that there's a certain filter on Instagram that gives you 5.6% more engagement than any other filter that Instagram possesses. There's certain hashtags that get you more impressions than than others. You know what I'm saying? Twitter. There's certain things that you can put on Twitter, certain words, certain keywords that you can either hashtag or use that will get you a lot more reach and a lot more retweets, and a lot more people seeing your tweets. A lot of people don't know about Facebook engagement posts. To help the algorithm out on your mainstream page and on your personal profiles and on your business profiles. I do it all the time. And it helps. That's one of the ways that people are going viral. Sometimes they do these polls. I do it all the time on my Facebook page. Which one which one has to go. I put maybe a picture of pancakes and a picture of waffles, and which one you prefer. The more people that comment on that, the more engagement that you're gonna get on that, the more people are gonna share that post. Which if they're sharing it from your page, those people are gonna share your page. And the more it keeps going and going and going and going. It makes your page more visible. Hence the reason why a lot of people do a lot of the spam tagging and the mass tagging on Facebook, which is so annoying, and don't do it, by the way. But that, that's one reason that a lot of the people do it. It's not honestly because they want you to engage, but they, once you get tagged, the people that are on your page that may not know those people are susceptible to see it. So it's basically sidelines still, basically taking your audience and giving it over to them, just being sneaky and annoying about it. That was a gem drop, by the way, because I know a lot of people are gonna see that. But what I'm saying, it's you have to understand that there is a science behind social media ads. You can't just go and create an ad and think, boom, this is going to spread all over the place. No, that's not how it works. There is certain guidelines. Depending on what it is that you're trying to promote, there are certain guidelines, certain keywords. You have to know your demographic. You have to know what type of audience that you're trying to target. You have to know the keywords for the target audience. You have to know key locations for where you want to, where this is more than likely going to succeed. It's not just putting an advertising out there, paying for it, and boom. Yes, of course, then it's not going to work because you didn't do it correctly. So I want to just kill the norm right now that, investing into social media ads and learning social media, paying for social media marketing doesn't work. I want to kill that because it does. You just have to know what you're doing or hire somebody that knows what they're doing. Now, I'm not saying per se come and hire me, but it's just a general statement. Find somebody that knows how to do it or learn how to do it. But don't say it's useless because you've done it, but you did it incorrectly and you didn't get any reach on it. Plain and simple. And I'm not by far the best, but I know better. I'm saying? I've had success with Facebook ads. I've had success with Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn ads and Snapchat ads and things of that nature. I've invested in these programs. I've had success. I've gained some success. I've gained referrals from them. Do all of them work all the time for me? No. I might have did a keyword wrong, but I have seen more success than I've seen failure, which leads me to tell you guys that yes, it does actually work. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to invest the time, the patience, and it's not just investing the money. I know people, and like myself, I spend maybe the max that I've probably spent on one Facebook ad in the last 3 years was $15 on one ad, and I let it run for 2 weeks. So I basically spent $1 a day. That's small. So I didn't get probably as much as I could have out of it, but I got some. But it's not only because of how much I paid, but it's because of my keywords. If your keywords are right, if your targeting is right, and what you're presenting is quality, because that's another thing too. You can't just if you're going to promote something like with a picture, just don't promote a post. If you're going to promote a post on social media, promote it with a picture. Pictures gain more of the algorithm than just a regular post does. Videos gain the most algorithm out of everything, out of picture posts and out of regular posts. Videos are more interactive, so you have to those are some of the things that you have to understand. I can make a short 30-second clip. Hey, shop legendary by Hustle Is Life brand, and put a small little maybe 30-second video behind it, and write a short description of live life legendary, shop hustleislife.com/legendary, things like that. Just write short captions and be done. There's a science. You have to understand the science, and once you understand the science, you'll see that this is definitely, once you understand how making an ad actually works instead of just doing it, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. If you're doing any type of business, if you're doing any type of business or branding, you need a Facebook business page. And if you're not gaining attention to that Facebook business page, you're gonna fail. It's just you have to be able to invest in yourself for people to take you seriously. So I have one for my J Lamar, and I'm gonna put the link in the video, of course, as I always do. And then I have one for the Hustle Is Life brand. I have an Instagram for both myself and for my Hustle Is Life brand. I have a Twitter for both Hustle Is Life brand and for and for myself. LinkedIn, I include all of my stuff on LinkedIn. Snapchat, I promote everything that I do on Snapchat. So you just have to understand that you have to be able to learn social. You have to be able to learn social media. I've learned a lot in the past 3 years, especially I've managed social media accounts for people, and I'm still learning to this day. That because social media always changes, the algorithms always change, so you can't expect it to stay the same. So that's one thing too. If you don't want to be responsible for keeping the upkeep of your social media and making sure that it's optimized, and go hire somebody and do it. Once again, not saying to come and hire me, but either learn how to do it and have the patience to understand it and do it and keep up with it, or find somebody else to do it. But if you don't, you're leaving a lot of time, money, and opportunity, and God knows what else on the table that you could have taken a part of. But depending on whenever you watch this video, and we're coming up, it's December 22nd, 2018. So depending on when you see this video, but going 2019 and forward, I think a lot more of the artists that don't bring any attention to their artist profiles or anything of that nature, or they just don't believe it. I want you to actually do some research and connect with some people, because it actually does work. It's just something that you have to learn and understand and have the patience for. Just like you have the patience for everything else, the music career that you're waiting to jump off, waiting to pop off, or things of that nature, you have the patience for that, right? Some of you don't, some of you do, but for the most part you do, and you're still waiting on that, right? You have to do the same thing with this. But you have to realize that social media is important. The average television commercial on primetime television cost almost about $20 million. I think it was this past Super Bowl here, like I said, it's December 22nd, 2018. The last Super Bowl commercial for 30 seconds cost $5.8 billion. The average 30 to 45 second commercial during Super Bowl Sunday this year in 2018 cost almost $5.8 billion. $5.8 billion. Average cost of a Facebook ad, about $100. To reach the same amount of people, to reach the same exact people, to reach the same amount of people. You can cut your budgets in half. Billboards are good, and they're, but they're expensive, but you can also invest here too. $100 into, if you put $100 into one ad and knowing what you're doing and target it the right way, you can do some really good stuff. You can reach some really good people. You can create some results. You just have to have the investor's mindset, and you have to know what you're doing. So this is just to kill the stigmata against Facebook ads and Twitter ads, and just investing in social media advertising and things of that nature, period. I want y'all to know that it works. You just have to know how to do it. You have to understand it. You have to know how to do it. And if you don't understand it or know how to do it, then hire somebody to do it. And I guarantee you, once you do that, once you make those investments, you receive the return on investments. You just have to know what you're doing, and you can't expect it to happen right away. As I always say, nothing good happens overnight. You can't expect it to happen right away. So that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. Like I said, in 2019, or depending on whenever it is that you watch this video, I really, 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 if you're a professional and doing it, if you're in any type of profession, or try to do freelance anything, or becoming an entrepreneur, becoming an artist, becoming a model, producer, anything. Let's take social media more seriously. Social media does need to be taken seriously. It's taking over. It's killing the commercial advertising. It's killing any other form of advertising there is. Just check the statistics if you don't believe me. It's by far what people focus on most. What the smart companies have focused on most is driving their attention towards social media and changing with the times. Change with the times, people. This is the reason why Blockbuster is out of business. This is the reason why Toys R Us is out of business. This is the reason why so many brick and mortar places, so many of the older classic companies are out of business, because they failed to adapt with the times of the internet and social media. They didn't take advantage, and now they're on the outside looking in. Don't be Blockbuster. Don't be Blockbuster. Don't be Toys R Us. Be Amazon. Be Apple. Be Samsung. What's another good company? T-Mobile. T-Mobile's excellent on their social media. Sprint. Be Sprint. Sprint is excellent on their social media. Be those companies. Don't be a Blockbuster. Don't be taxi companies. Don't be Toys R Us. Don't be the classic companies that are closing down now because they never adapted to the world of social media and internet. Learn it and apply it. Seven-figure dreams. I got seven-figure dreams. I'm having seven-figure dreams. I'm chasing seven-figure dreams. I made something out of nothing. Rags on.